Hello, everybody. I'm guessing 33 of you. That's my over under for the first 6 episodes. 33. Hi. You're listening to. You're watching and or listening to Neil Rubenstein Gets Worse. I, of course, am Neil Rubenstein. We're in my apartment. My apartment? We're in my room. I rent a room. We're in that room. Man, I really struggle to get going on these things. So my life fell apart. Um, if you listen to any of the other things I do, I've discussed it in depth. I moved to Oklahoma City because I like it here. It's one of my favorite cities in New York. Um, New York. It's one of my favorite cities in America. I do not like New York. I wanted a change. I needed a change. Came here. I've been on the road most of the time I've lived here. But it's nice. It's nice. It's feeling like home. When I come home, I have friends and tons of stuff to do, and I stay busy, and it's nice. Uh, I really don't want this pod to be like a sad sack pod, man. I want it to be entertaining. But I'm an emotional guy. And I'm going through some shit. So, we're here. Just got back from tour. Another tour. I've had maybe 4 weekends off since the beginning of April. Maybe like 3 or 4 10-day stretches with nothing. Not nothing, without travel. But that's been it, man. I've been on the road most of this year, I'd say. I had broken my leg last Thanksgiving, my ankle, and I was allowed to walk, put weight on it in like late March, and I mean as soon as that happened, I hit the ground running, man. I was off. I was off, and been to a lot of places in that time, and just trying to trying to make a name for myself, trying to prove myself in a bunch of places, let other working comedians know that, I won't ruin your show. I'm fun to be around. I pull my weight, so to speak. I'll drive. I hang, watch merch. I'll tour manage. I'll book a hotel, whatever is needed. I'm down. I'm down to partake in the workload. I love being on the road. I love doing comedy, and I love being on the road, and I don't want to do anything else. And if I can help it, I'm not going to do anything else. That's why I do these stupid things. Not stupid, just constantly throwing pieces of spaghetti at the wall to see if anything sticks. I am trying my best, man. Do the TikToks, the CNN videos, and the stand-up clips, and those dumb review things, and do memes and tweets for Instagram and all the things, man. I just that's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to just keep creating content, even though everything's taken for granted, and everyone's people repurpose your stuff without credit at all, and you just got to keep plugging away, and hopefully get noticed, and hopefully something triggers, but who knows. So I just got off tour. This last run, oh boy, this last run ended in Austin. I got to see my brother and some friends. I didn't get to see everyone that I know down there. Was a little rushed, but I did a really fun show in Georgetown, the Barrel and Am show. It's two comedians, Dean Stanfield and Spencer Cavins. They run a really great weekly. It's always a stacked lineup. There's always a packed crowd. It's hot, great room. Really set up to succeed, And then did a fundraiser. This is the second time I did it. The last time it was 6 months ago with the homegirl Abby Washuta. This time it was with some Texas dudes and Casey Shanima from. She's from Nashville originally, but she's in Texas now. She's killer. I'm very fond of her. First time I worked with her was in, I think, Murfreesboro. Matthew Taylor's room, Smokes and Jokes. I think that's the first time I worked with her. She blew me away. And I've worked with her a few times since. Got to know her a bit. She's a killer. Brought her up. And we did this fundraiser for a organization my brother's a part of called the Irreverent Warriors. I don't know their mission statement completely, but essentially I don't know if they're like raising awareness for PTSD or trying to stop suicidal behaviors caused by PTSD, but they do it with humor, and they have fun hikes and fun events, and they were very cool and brought us out to do a comedy show. First one was killer. Sorry, I drove all night. First one was killer, and this one was a little lackluster, but I really appreciate the opportunity. And then I did the Filthy show at the Creek in the Cave, which is Adam Lucky's show. That is a phenomenal show. I've never done it when it's not packed. I've done it 3 times now. Cranking every time, just hitting on all cylinders. Audience is killer. There's a cat under the. Yo, you sneaky little guy. Yeah, man. But so I just drove back from that. I drove last night. I got out of the Philly shows at 11 p.m. Got out of there at 1. Hit the road. There was some construction on I-35 in Austin. It took a little bit to get out of the city, but once I got out of the city, it was I cruised all the way home. But got up early to go with my roommate Roman to watch the Chiefs game at some bar, and then went to Bricktown Comedy Club to see Adam Lucky from Austin and a couple other comics, Christopher Reese and Dave J, also from Austin. They did this like roast battle comedy show that they do at Bricktown once a month. It's like a pretty cool format. Cameron Buckholtz from here did it, and Larry Van Horn, who's like a local stalwart, one of the vets of the scene around here. All in all, really great tour, a really great weekend. It was the, bulk of it was the Chelsea Lynn dates. There was Albuquerque was thrown in there. Great show with Carla Vasquez, and like all the Albuquerque heavy hitters. Steph Darnell, Tyler Lovely did a guest spot. Sarah Kennedy hosted. Jess Wood, Kurt Fletcher both did spots. It was, that's the list. That's the who's who. You want to name 5 more guys from Albuquerque? All right. And then I don't think the list goes further than that. Zach, Josh, William Wheeler, Royal, Jamar, Mulkey. That's it. Those are the heavy hitters, as far as I know. Maybe I'm missing a couple. Probably haven't met a couple also. But, that's a great scene. Albuquerque really does it correctly. Those guys are so supportive of each other. Like, they all come out to the show. Like, they all hang out at all the other shows. Everyone's shows. They're all always there. They all do the mics. They all care about each other's mics. Royal's got this new room. How is it going to succeed? This person's doing a mic at this place. Is he good enough? Is he a strong enough host? Do we need to help out? Like that. Those are the conversations I hear when I'm there. And it's just so cool, man. You can bring that energy back to your scene and really do a lot of damage as far as cultivating a positive community. I never understood let's talk about that, right? I never understood that, that other comics as an enemy kind of vibe, or like acting like you're the cool kid at the open mic or whatever, it's just like, what are we doing, like, we're all just trying to get better. I hate when you treat the new comedian like they're insignificant. Like, they're still a human being. Like, they're still a person in the building with you, in the room. You gotta respect other people the way you would want to be respected. No, like, I don't know, just remember how shitty it feels to, like, get shoved to the bottom of a bucket, Like, just because, I don't want to talk trash on anyone in particular. I will say this. I'll say that I don't expect any favors or anything, I just, if I'm going to go do an open mic, I go do an open mic. I find out the rules, and then I go play by them. If it's a bucket, it's a bucket. If it's a list, it's a list, whatever. But if it's a list and I sign up 13th, I better go up 13th. What are you doing? What kind of shenanigans? Because you don't know me? So you're going to let all the other people come in or whatever? No. Then don't make it a list. Make it a bucket. Or say that you're going to, we make the order. Okay, we make the order. Don't tell me it's a list. Don't tell me it's a list. And then I'm at the end, when I know I didn't sign up last. There's that. Also, new comics in your neighborhood, like, watch them before you decide you're not gonna watch. There's cats in Oklahoma City that I've seen 6 or 7 times that have never seen me. Like, you're never gonna sit in the room. You don't want to find out. You don't want to find out. You're just gonna decide, the fat guy with the tattoos, he's no good. All right. I had one guy ignore me at 5 open mics, and then he saw me open for Chelsea. He goes, "Oh, I didn't know you were a comedian. Motherfucker, who gives a shit what kind of comedian I am? I'm a human being at the fucking mic. Be a human being. You gotta be standoffish because I'm not as the caliber of comedian you expect me to. We're at an open mic. There's no cool cats at the open mic. I've seen cool cats. They're not in an open mic. Trust me. They're not. We're there to work. We're there to get better. We're there to improve. There's some open mics that are cool, like booked mics, or like the Sisyphus Brewing mic in Minneapolis, or I don't know if you consider Giggly Wrigley a booked mic. There's some good booked mics or some good regular open mics. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about everyone in the audience is a comedian. Don't make it harder. Don't make it worse. You can be on your phone. Just don't, you know, go outside for the guy you don't know or the girl you don't know. Who? What? What is that? Every time? All right. Maybe I'm. Maybe I'm being a thing here. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've watched so many people who've never watched me, and yeah, I'll keep watching people that never watch me. You know, but I'll keep it in mind. I'll keep it in mind. So there's Albuquerque on that run, and then yeah, there's Chelsea dates. I did an open mic in El Paso. I did an open mic in Tulsa. It was fun. It was all good. It's hard for me to be in the moment, because I'm so, like just I have such crazy anxiety. I have such I don't even know the words. I have mental issues, and so it's so hard for me to just enjoy the time I'm having. Like I really should have experienced the moment on those Chelsea Lynn dates more than I did. And it wasn't until the Georgetown show that I was like, oh, that was fucking killer, man. I can't believe I did those shows. Yeah. Well, hopefully there's more either with her or someone else, that wants to, you know, mess around and get beaks wet. And we'll see. Um, we'll see. Thanksgiving's this week. I'll probably post this like right away. Tomorrow there's a new want beef, so I'll post this Wednesday. So in 2 days. Um, yeah. So Thanksgiving's this week, and then this weekend I'm hosting the Looney Bin, and then I head to Nashville doing Zanies, and then a couple of days in Chattanooga, Oxford, Mississippi. I'm very much looking forward to that. I've never performed in Mississippi, so that's like a little milestone. Pardon me. Oxford, Mississippi, and Huntsville, Alabama, which is one of my favorite cities. And then we're in Atlanta for a couple of days, and then we bounce around Florida for a minute, and we wind up in Sarasota at McCurdy's, which is a bomb club, such a dope club. Um, and everyone there is so fucking cool, and they really know how to run a room. So I'm there late December, mid-December, and I'll be back here for Christmas week. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I don't know. I was trying to get. I mean, this is my mistake. I've been so like focused on like what's happening now and trying to get this one tour for January, February, and it's starting to look like I'm not gonna get it. And it's like, well, now I just have January and February off, and we're a month out. I suppose I'll find out in a couple of days if I have the tour. If I got the tour, then great. This is this is a moot point here. A moo point. It's a cow's opinion. It doesn't matter. A moot point. And if I don't get it, then I gotta like kind of scramble for some bookings, and then I'm just gonna be, floundering. But we'll see, man. See what happens with all that stuff. Man, if I get this tour, it'll be great. It's a full U.S. tour with opening for a rock band. Two rock bands. One's friends of mine. And that'd be cool. And it's a different muscle. Opening for a rock band is a whole different kind of comedy. It's not, you're fighting for attention. And hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully, well, if I get it, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's fun. If I don't get it, you know, probably mess around with some local stuff. Try and get some hosting gigs, hosting weekends here in Tulsa and Wichita, and see if I can weasel my way into those clubs. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just, I miss what I had. Um, I blew it, and I just got to, you know, try and get through it here. I don't know if it's like, you know, one of those things where just wake up one day and it doesn't hurt anymore or whatever. But it is a real bummer. It hurts quite a bit. And I don't know how to make it stop. So that's that. What are you guys doing? What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about over there? What's going on over there? Oh, what do we do? I got this Libby Higgins t-shirt. Sturdy gal. Man, I know I talked about it on the Patreon episode, but they were just so cool, man. They were just so good to me, so kind to me. Chelsea is so generous. I yeah, man. I got spoiled, man. It was just 2 weeks, but that's like all I can think about right now, man. Just how cool that was. I've done some dope shit in my life. I really have, and that's like, you know, there's there's ups and downs to everything, Like I've always been able to spin it both ways, like oh yeah, a couple gold records, blah blah blah, did this, did that, and then you'd be like, well, I'm broke, basically homeless, upside down in a car loan, like just like, you could spin it both ways. You You can demean, and and then you don't want to. I know we're not supposed to compare our situations to others, and we're not supposed to minimize our things because someone else might have a different, seemingly worse thing. Like, your feelings are still valid because they're your feelings. So, whatever the fuck. So I get that. And I try to, I try not to be like that where it's like, I don't have it as bad as someone else might have it. But that doesn't mean I'm not also dealing with some shit. So, I don't know, man. I don't want to like go down that thing. I don't even know if I'm making sense at this point. Man, this solo thing is like, I don't know. I don't know how people do this. I don't know. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna last. I promise you, this is not gonna last. Um, I don't know unless like people bug out about how good it is. Which how are you gonna bug out? How? What? No one's gonna be. Oh, I love just hearing you ramble aimlessly to yourself. You fat lard. That's not. Come on. What are we doing? What here? Hey, what you doing? You doing here? What you here? Oh, here, I'm over here now. Oh, what you doing over here? What you doing over here? Scungili Stunads. That's the Italian Squid Game. Scungili Stunads. There's a couple of Stunads over here with the Scungil. Hey, with the Scungil. It's racist, right? To make fun of Italians when you're not Italian. Yeah. I'm from New York. There's only, you know, there's only two accents. There's the New York accent, and then there's the non-New York accent. I'm not making fun of Italians. I'm doing the New York accent. It just happens to look and sound like an Italian accent, but it's not. In fact, a lot of the words are slang words. They meshed with Yiddish words. It's like Yiddish and Italian. The slang like agita. A lot of people think it's a Yiddish word. It is not a Yiddish word. I don't think it's Italian either. I think it's just something that came up, something that just got made. Just got made in a lab, made in the Wuhan research lab. That word got made in China with the hats, the hat factory. The hat factory made the word agita, which is like heartburn. Like, oh, you giving me agita? Kvetchin is giving. Oh, your kvetchin is giving me agita. I'm spritzing from your kvetchin. You zaftig. I can see you took us from the front. I like Yiddish. I wish I knew more Yiddish. Alright, the stupidest joke. Started to learn Japanese right before pandemic, so we didn't get very far. All I learned was so stupid. Is that racist? Sure. Sure, it's all racist. Everything's racist. Everything's racist, offensive. Everything's triggering. I'm a snowflake. You're a snowflake. I'm a cuck. You're a cuck. Here we cuck. Everywhere a cuck. Old McDonald had some cucks. Cuck. I think I think it's about time to wrap this up. I've noticed that my nails have been grosser lately. Like when I clean them, but like sometimes like it's like dirtier than normal, but like a different kind of dirt. I don't know. That's kind of gross. I don't need to be talking about that. All right. This was a thing that we did here. What are we gonna do? So this is Never Missing Guest Worse. We're gonna post it on YouTube, and that's it. That's it. We'll see what happens from there. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, whatever the things are. And I'm going to post here. I'm going to try and do one a week here. And then I'm also going to try and do one a week over on Patreon, which will be separate completely. We'll see if that happens. That probably won't happen. I'm really bad at consistency. All I want to work on is joke. Like, all I want to work on is stand-up. That's all I want to work on. All this other stuff, it's hard for me to keep consistent because it's not... It's like... I'm doing it because it's like the required... You know what I mean? It's like the required reading. So I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing you're telling me I have to do. But that's not the thing I want to do. I want to do the other thing. You telling me I have to do this to do that, then I'm going to do this. But I'm going to do this in a very half-assed, well, you told me to do it. I'm doing it. Here's what you get. That's really where I'm at. All right, guys. Folks. All right, folks. All right. Worsers. I don't know. You guys have a name? Do we have a name for fans of the pod? The Get Worsers. All that shit's so fucking goofy. Listen, thank you so much for listening to this bullshit. I hope I've said something worth value, and I hope to see you all at a show. Come see me live. Dates on the website and the bio and the description, all over the place. Come see me live while I'm alive. Thank you very much.